Well, hello there. This is Angelus. Well, I'm out here near the woods, taking a little walk near my home, and hit somebody in the woods walking as well. Got into a conversation, lovely lady. Told me a story about a major fortune that they came into, part of her family, and how they lost the fortune. And I told her a story kind of related to what she was telling me. And she said, I never thought of it that way. We should teach our children how to manage money in elementary school. And so she was so inspired by this story. I figure I'll share it with you guys before I get back home. So the story goes, and this is a true story. This deals with the principal thought, or in NLP it's called the sponsoring thought. I think the vernacular is paradigm or paragon. Doesn't matter, goes by any other name. It still means the same thing. It's a program that runs in your mind. It was put there a while back, and you forgot all about it because you're running on autopilot. And that's how well it works, because you don't even know it's running. And she told me that she used to believe in giving people money, things, that would help improve their lives. Not just gifts, but things, actually practical things that would help improve people's lives. And my response was, I used to believe the same thing, but I never do that again. In fact, I love people too much to be dissing them in that respect. And the only opportunity that they can have to grow is to show them how to change their mindset about it, not teach them the skill set. It's something I learned from Dan Pena, which is one of my favorite mentors, self-made billionaire. He has a statement he makes over and over, and I totally agree with. Never give anybody anything if you really want to help them grow, especially money. So here's a true story. About 15 years ago, I was property manager for my family's estates. We had about 5 or 6 buildings, 3 family homes. 1/3 of them were vacant. I was looking for the right person to maintain the properties and be a caretaker. Well, it didn't take long. In my other business, at the time, I was doing a gig at Foxwood. In the process, I had to hire some temporary actors for this show that I was putting on. Like Robert Williams, I like to get local talent from the homeless shelter, if I can, giving them some job opportunities that they didn't have before. So I went to the homeless shelter, found a couple people, hired them, paid them well, and they did extremely well in their position as an actor. For a little time I had to teach them, they really performed. And I was so inspired by one of them, I decided I'm going to take a chance and see if I can make him one of the caretakers, or a caretaker for one of my family's properties. So long story short, I gave him opportunity to get ahead. He was a man who came from Utah, seemed to hitchhike all the way. He really was down on his luck, didn't have any friends or family, and nobody out here in Connecticut to help out. So I helped him out. So listen, I'll give you a part-time job. Take care of the grounds, do these simple maintenance, because he proved to me he was a handyman. And I'll give you free room and board. All you have to do is this, that, maintain and watch the properties, like a security guard as well. And I gave him tools. I gave him the basics of furniture. I gave him even a TV, because he had nothing to keep him entertained. And again, started to impress me, doing a great job as watching the properties for me. So then, I was lamenting one time that I didn't have any way to drive any place. He's trying to get his license. So I said, okay, I'll help you. But for now, I'll give you, while we're helping you get a license, I'm gonna give you a bicycle to drive around the city with, because he didn't really have to go far, and that would be more than enough for transportation. So as time went on, I was able to help him acquire a full-time job at a company nearby. Benefits, 401, I think even he got a Roth account. They took good care of him. They gave him all the benefits. All the bells and whistles for this job he got. So now he's pretty much on top of the world. He's feeling great. He's telling me that he wants to bring his fiancée, bring her down because he's doing so well. Now, this is an experiment. This story is about an experiment. This will either prove that you can give people money, or you can give them the mindset to get the money. And long story short, within almost a year to the day that he started working for me, he lost his full-time job. I had to let him go because he was doing a terrible job. Out of everything he had obtained with my help in that 1 year, which was far more than what he came with when he came from Utah, he lost. So he lost more than he had when he came. And then he ended up back in the homeless shelter almost a year later, and he had everything. What is this story about? It taught me two things. Teach a man or woman how to fish. They will be able to feed themselves for a lifetime, as opposed to giving them a fish which they would only eat for one night. That statement is not completely finished. Even though 2,000 years ago was great, we know more now than we did back then. I want to add an amendment to that statement. It's not even enough to teach them how to fish. You have to teach them how to have a mindset to fish, or they may quit being a fisherman. Through the whole year, while this gentleman that I hired, he was doing well in business, life, social, everything. In that short period of time, I remember him saying almost every other time I met him, I hope I'm worthy of this. I hope I deserve this. And I asked him many times, why do you keep saying that? Why do you doubt you are worthy of this? You doubt you deserve what, you're getting? And he'll say, yeah, part of me does. And I don't know, it's hard to believe that I deserve all this good fortune that's been happening to me. And I'm paraphrasing basically that's what he said. That was his sponsoring thought, his paradigm that was talking in the back of his mind. And if you have any sponsoring thought, and it's not in alignment with your present course going forwards, it will win. It is the ultimate God in your mind. You cannot win against it unless you change it. So I taught this man how to fish, and he quit being a fisherman. So the moral of this story is, if you attempting to do something new in your life, to improve your life in any way, shape, or form, stop what you're doing, work on your mindset first. Find out if your sponsoring thoughts, your cause célèbre, is actually working with you, for you. Because if it isn't, that's the only work you should focus on. You should stop. If you're an entrepreneur, stop what you're doing. You're doing a full-time job, going for a full-time job, going for a part-time job, going for whatever. Stop what you're doing, work on your mindset. Once you got it aligned with what you're attempting, there's nothing to stop you from getting it. Because he had the mindset of losing, and it gave him exactly what he kept thinking about, even if he wasn't consciously thinking about it. And I leave you with that, my friends. If you got value from this video, please like it, subscribe, leave a comment, and don't forget to hit that icon bell so you get a reminder of other videos that are coming down the pike. With that, this is Angelus. I'll see you on the flip side. Have a wonderful day, and thank you again for coming to my channel.